So I hope everybody landed in a nice comfy seat, or if you're sitting with somebody, that's somebody you like, because we're going to have about 2 hours and 35 minutes of quality in-flight time to spend together on our way to Minneapolis.
So after spending 4 months in this tiny apartment in Boston, we decided to finally pull the trigger and buy some plane tickets back home to visit our friends and family back in Minnesota. So while we're a little bit nervous about flying, we're very excited to see them after so long being separated by this pandemic. But we thought we would take you along on the flight so you could see what it's like to fly in the US right now in the midst of COVID-19. So first off, we wanted to show you how we were actually preparing to fly during a pandemic.
One, we have hand sanitizer. Ooh. Then we have little wipies.
For the tray table and everything.
And then we have masks, of course.
The most important thing.
And then, my personal favorite, which we haven't even tried
We
yet.
weren't super sure about these, but they were like recommended, so we thought we'd give them a try.
Better safe than sorry. We have, drumroll, goggles.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna look so nerdy, but better safe than sorry.
I know, I feel like we might get some hate more than love on these, but exactly. Our theory is better safe than sorry.
So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see you at the airport. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Alrighty guys, so we made it to the airport and we'll be flying JetBlue today. We did some research on which airline we wanted to actually fly, but JetBlue is a really popular one out of Boston. And we were just looking for ones that, you know, had some good safety regulations, and it seems like this is going to be a good one. They're promising things like clean air filters, everyone wearing face masks, hand sanitizer at the door, blah blah. Seems like the basics, but JetBlue had a really good safety protocol.
Exactly. Okay, it's not too bad.
We're definitely the only ones with
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't care.
It feels so good to be back in the airport though.
It really does. Feels a little normal almost.
Cool.
Apply the big tick to your luggage.
Yeah, we don't have to touch anything. It's pretty awesome. Go JetBlue.
Honestly, that was the easiest check-in process I think I've ever gone through.
Yeah, no kidding. The combination of just checking in on the phone and then the kiosk for checking in your bags. I mean, I hope that's the future. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we were here for what? We checked everything in 5 minutes.
Yeah, super easy.
Now we're going to security check already.
But granted, I mean, this is like also reduced crowds for the pandemic, so hopefully
True.
we don't know what it'll be like in real life, like with full traffic, but for right now, this seems really efficient, so fingers crossed it sticks around.
Next stop is security check.
Boarding pass number box. Over on the map there.
Well, we just made it through security. That was pretty easy.
Honestly, that was like one of the nicer security experiences I had. There was nobody
nobody
behind
there.
us, so we like didn't feel rushed to get all of our stuff out. And Ben and I have a ton of technology, so we have like a bunch of bins and stuff. But
yeah, filled up with laptops and all this sort of stuff.
Cameras, all that stuff. But yeah, no, it was actually it was fine. It was more than fine.
Quick and painless. So there's definitely not a lot of shops open here right now. I did find one Dunkin' Donuts that are open. I think I'm gonna avoid coffee for now just so I don't have to go to the bathroom a lot. But actually not as shut down as I thought it would be. The airport is, you know, actually relatively, you know, normal for the morning. So definitely not as empty as I thought it would be. It's so weird, but it's so cool to be back in the airport again. I mean, I've been just dreaming about this day. Just to get back and travel. I didn't think it'd be like this. I didn't think I'd be wearing this or this. But we're back. We're traveling. I wouldn't recommend traveling right now, just especially in the United States. We're keeping it really safe. We're not flying very often, but even with that all being said, it's just really nice to fly again. Yeah, just experiences. So, feels normal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going home. I'm actually so excited to see you.
Hello.
Seat and keeping the aisle clear so others can pass.
Please place your smaller bags and personal items underneath the seat in front of you. Larger items may be placed in the overhead bins with the wheels or handles facing out.
We made it on board. Should we sanitize everything? And now we're just gonna settle in for a normal flight, I guess. Here we go. We're switching sides. A little more space.
Definitely we are impressed so far.
Got this whole row all to ourselves.
And,
There's
no one in front, no one in back.
no one in front, no one in back. Yeah, this plane is sufficiently spaced.
So I hope everybody landed in a nice comfy seat, or if you're sitting with somebody, that's somebody you like, because we're going to have about 2 hours and 35 minutes of quality in-flight time to spend together on our way to Minneapolis. Should be a nice day for an airplane ride. There is a little weather over at the destination upon our time of arrival, so please pay special attention to the fasten seatbelt sign.
We encourage all of our customers to follow recommendations from the CDC. This includes washing your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or using a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, and wearing a face covering when physical distancing cannot be maintained between yourself and others. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation during this time. Thank you.
Tonight, truth unfolds to me tonight. Leave behind my safe escape, collide my walls, and all my troubles sail away tonight.
Thank you. We have made it safely to Minneapolis. It feels so good to be back.
Oh, it does. It feels super good to be back.
So we're actually heading right now to get a rental car before we head to our Airbnb. So we decided actually for the first week while we're here, we're gonna self-quarantine away from our families, still see them in our backyards and stuff, but self-quarantine at Airbnb, and we'll kind of treat it like a vacation.
Exactly.
So it'll be kind of fun. So we're heading off to the Airbnb right now.
So we have arrived, we're showered, our suitcases are currently exploding as they should be in a quick studio stay, but we are staying right now in an Airbnb just for the next week or two before we get our COVID test results, just to make sure that we are clear and ready to go before we go back to our families. But it ended up being a really smooth travel experience, actually.
It really did, yeah. It was more empty on the plane than we thought it would be. I mean, as you saw, we had rows to the left, not to the left, to the right, in front of us, behind us. It was really smooth. I think we have a really good chance of just getting by pretty clear. So that's really exciting, and again, very impressed by JetBlue's experience.
Yeah, I just feel like JetBlue did a really good job at keeping everything clean. They were organized, they were really structured. You could tell that they had put in really safe, good rules and were actually abiding to it. And so were all the other passengers on the plane, so.
I will say the one thing that surprised me, and this I guess is not unique to the United States, is the lack of testing either before or getting onto the plane.
Yeah,
we didn't have our
nothing.
temperatures taken at all, which means, you know, if I had a fever, I could have wandered onto that plane and spread it to everyone. Thankfully, everyone was wearing masks, so that was the best part. But that was a bit shocking, you know, that the US is still not doing that very consistently, especially going from Massachusetts to Minnesota, two states that are handling the coronavirus pretty seriously. That's still not in place, so that was the one thing that shocked me a little bit.
Some of the positive things, I really love the snacky bag. I thought that was so smart. I thought it was very clever. Like the air stewardess did not come in the alley, the aisle at all, except to like hand out the snacks, and the snacks were in a little plastic baggie, and they had like prepackaged Cheez-Its, some sort of cookie and a bottle of water, and any other like snack or garbage or whatever you had, you would put back into the plastic baggie, zip it up, and then give it to them in the trash can. So it was like very efficient at making sure that everybody on board was staying as clean and organized as possible.
Yeah, we didn't need it just because we didn't want to take our masks off, but I mean,
personal choice.
Personal choice. Yeah, I mean, at least they pre-sealed everything, so if you wanted to eat it, it would be safer than the normal airplane.
And I mean, you saw us. We had goggles on, so we were taking it very carefully.
We were the safest, nerdiest ones on the plane, but we'll see how it pays out.
No regrets. No regrets.
So anyways, that was our trip. We hope you enjoyed it and maybe got something out of it.
Yeah.
We're so excited to be home. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button below and the subscribe button for more videos like this one. And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Send